Ladies and gentlemen, gather around your candle-lit tables, clutch your inverter cables tightly and prepare your WhatsApp groups because Zimbabwe's ruling elite have done it again. Just when we thought things couldn't get any messier, Emmerson Mnangagwa, the self-declared master of long political games and suspicious scarf collections, has reportedly decided it's finally time to fire the man who put him in power. Yes, General Constantino Ngwena Chiwenga himself. If betrayal was a sport, ZANU-PF would have won Olympic gold by now, twice. The secret meeting, because of course there was a secret meeting, was held at none other than the Prikabe farm in Kwekwe. That's right, the same Prikabe, known more for farming scams than food security, suddenly transformed into the new Kremlin. Picture this: ED seated on a leather throne, plotting grand betrayals, while farm workers outside are wondering when their wages will come. The cast of characters at this Game of Thrones: Tagwirei the money magician, Matuke the whisperer, Auxilia Mnangagwa, yes, the ever-present first lady who now seems more politically active than the entire parliament. Ziambe, who we all forgot still existed, and Owen Mudangwe, whose CV includes terrorizing civilians. Not exactly national unity. Now, what were they talking about over Sadza and scheming? Oh, just a minor thing. The removal of the Vice President of the Republic, the guy who literally staged a coup for them in 2017. The one who swapped military fatigues for designer suits and handed Mnangagwa the presidents like a birthday present. How do they thank him? With a knife to the back. Because why not? That's ZANU-PF's love language. Now, before you accuse us of overreacting, let's go back a bit. Just yesterday, the Joint Operations Command, that shadowy group that basically runs Zimbabwe in between ZANU-PF rallies, had a meeting. Mnangagwa, with the confidence of a man who thinks every Zimbabwean is still scared of him, asked them to assess the security risks of firing Chiwenga. Yes, imagine needing to do a risk assessment before firing your own vice president. That alone should tell you we are no longer in governance. We are in survival horror. But what did the JOC say? Don't do it, boss. In more polite terms, of course. Futon Mangwanya, the head of CIO, reportedly asked the question no one at Prikabe farm dared voice. Why are we even considering this madness? And General Matatu, who now commands the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, didn't mince his words. He apparently warned that removing Chiwenga would cause the country to implode, and that ED might find army barracks turning into no-go zones. Translation: don't even think about showing your face at KG6 without a parachute and a passport. The mood at JOC was clear. This move isn't just risky, it's political suicide with a side of national collapse. But of course, when has Mnangagwa ever listened to reason? This is a man who tried to fix the economy with the statues and blazers. So naturally, after being warned not to poke the military beast, he drove straight to Kwekwe and did just that. Let's not forget, Mangwanya, Matatu, Sibanda, and Mutamba didn't attend the Prikabe gathering. Oh no, they had their own little meeting with ED at his Borodo mansion. You know, the one guarded tighter than the Reserve Bank because there's more loot inside. Was it a counseling session? An intervention? Did they hand him a pamphlet titled How Not to Start a Civil War? We may never know. Meanwhile, back at Prikabe, the decision was made: move in on Chiwenga and Rugeje, ignore JOC, ignore logic, ignore the constitution, full speed ahead. One might ask, what kind of delusion must possess a man to think firing a battle-hardened general with control of loyal soldiers and access to real firepower is a good idea? But in ZANU-PF's twisted palace of mirrors, delusion is king and paranoia is the crown. Word on the streets, and by street we mean very nervous intelligence sources, is that the Rigananda function, that shadowy choir of praise singers and power drunk plotters, has already passed a resolution to replace number 2. Passed a resolution? Like it's a church board meeting? They are treating the possible spark of civil war like they are choosing the church choir leader. Who wants to vote Chiwenga out? All hands up. Except this isn't a tea party. This is a ticking time bomb wrapped in a ZANU-PF scarf. Now let's take a moment to admire the irony here. Chiwenga, the man who risked life, limb and career to dethrone Mugabe and install Mnangagwa, is now the target of the very betrayal he helped enable. Poetic justice? Tragic karma? Or just Zimbabwean politics in its purest, most shameless form? And don't for a second think Chiwenga is sitting quietly in a corner, clutching his resignation letter. Oh no, his camp has reportedly told the networks, we are ready. Translation, if you are bringing fire, expect fire in return. The man has survived poisoning, COVID, and years of power games. If you think he's going out with a thank you speech, think again. So now, Zimbabwe stands on the edge of the cliff again. One misstep away from tanks on the streets, soldiers picking sides, and population caught in the crossfire again. The economy is already in the ICU. Now the politics want to pull the plug. This isn't just instability, it's the potential implosion of an already limping nation. And what's the end game? Mnangagwa gets to rule alone, surrounded by yes men, while the army fractures, the people suffer, and the world watches in horror. Or Chiwenga fights back, triggering a showdown that history books will struggle to explain. Either way, the country burns, while these political pyromaniacs argue over who gets to sit on the ashes. So Zimbabweans, buckle your seatbelts, light your candles, and charge your phones while you still can. This isn't just politics. It's an action thriller, a tragicomedy, and a horror movie rolled into one. And remember, Zimwaves TV is here to bring you the truth, while the state media is still figuring out which general to delete from the script. If you want news that burns through the lies like a generator through diesel, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and tell your friends that Zimwaves is where the fire lives. Zimwaves TV, where the powerful sweat and truth explodes.
Matoke kupetsisira imishuma endai munoita kamuna matoke kupetsisira birika povari kukudana kamuna matoke kupetsisira taneta isu vana veZimbabwe torerwa upfumi nezvikanaka hatichadi isu vana venyika kuparadza nhaka yevana vedu. Saka tienda unoita kamuna matoke kupetsisira chikananda endai munoita kamuna matoke kupetsisira parakashi endai munoita kamuna matoke kupetsisira magesa vane siginaro kamuna matoke kupetsisira tandeta isu vana veZimbabwe torerwa upfumi nezvikananda hatichadi isu vana venyika kuparadza nhaka yevana vedu. Sakata tienda unoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Vemauta tibatsire ipa kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Pasi yese ngati tsamukepa kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Mazanu endai munoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Taneta isu vana veZimbabwe torerwa upfumi nezvikanada. Hatichadi isu vana venyika kuparadza nhaka yevana vedu. Saka tatienda unoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Chitananda endai munoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Parakashi endai munoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Pageza vanesikinaro kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Taneta isu vana veZimbabwe torerwa upfumi nezvikanada. Hatichadi isu vana venyika kuparadza nhaka yevana vedu. Mnangagwa enda unoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Imishuma endai munoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Birikapo vari kukundana kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Taneta isu vana veZimbabwe torerwa upfumi nezvikanada. Hatichadi isu vana venyika kuparadza nhaka yevana vedu. Saka tatienda unoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Chitananda endai munoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Parakashi endai munoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Pageza vanesikinaro kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Taneta isu vana veZimbabwe torerwa upfumi nezvikanada. Hatichadi isu vana venyika kuparadza nhaka yevana vedu. Saka tatienda unoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Vemauta tibatsire ipa kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Pasi yese ngati tsamukepa kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Mazanu endai munoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Taneta isu vana veZimbabwe torerwa upfumi nezvikanada. Hatichadi isu vana venyika kuparadza nhaka yevana vedu. Saka tatienda unoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Chitananda endai munoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Parakashi endai munoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Pageza vanesikinaro kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Taneta isu vana veZimbabwe torerwa upfumi nezvikanada. Hatichadi isu vana venyika kuparadza nhaka yevana vedu. Saka tatienda unoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira. Chitananda endai munoita kamuna matoke kupedzisira.